Oh, what is up, guys? Sajin here. As you can tell, you probably clicked on this video because you want to know what everyone's thinking about that Super Mario Brothers trailer reveal. I know I'm a little late with it, and so I'm not going to do like a full breakdown or anything like that. I just figured it is something that's important enough to me that I felt like doing a video about it. Um, and so I like the Sly Cooper thing, and so I do another like not exactly like a news type video, but and I am wearing my semi-relevant Universal hat from years and years ago for the situation. So man, where to even begin? It's so It's there are a few like good movie trailers going around. Like going back a little bit, like the Avatar 2 trailer, even though like I thought what everyone thought about Avatar 1 and then it was just like rehashing the same plot points over and over again. But like the Avatar 2 trailer was really good. And the stuff that's coming out for Black Panther Wakanda Forever is actually making me hyped about the movie. Um, this is of course it's a little more dangerous waters that we're treading with in terms of video game movies because those are a lot more hit or miss. I would say lately things have been a little better, but we still have things every now and then like the live action Mortal Kombat movie, which just had some really confusing plot decisions that they went with, and I can't necessarily call that a good movie, although some other people may disagree with me. But it's always kind of hit or miss, you know. Not that the expectations are incredibly high for a Mario movie, given how the one back in the '80s or '90s went. Um, but I mean, trailer alone, this one's already so much higher. Just look at Bowser on the screen. Look at him. He looks like Bowser, and just like, oh my god, I So going back, like when they did the cast reveals, I'm sure people have their doubts about Chris Pratt and some other people here and there. The one piece of casting I never doubted was Jack Black as Bowser. I'm a huge Jack Black fan. I love Jack Black so much. He's always such a passionate and fun guy in like everything that he does. And just man, I and just I never doubted for a second that he would be a good Bowser, and then I heard it. I The first three words, he's just open the gates, and it's just it was perfect. It's just it's the casting that I never knew I needed until they casted it, and then as things went on, oddly enough, the shot that I'm showing here, the picture I decided to show, with Bowser with the star, he gets a little more excited, and that's when you hear like the actual Jack Black aspect of his voice. Um, but like the lower voice that he's doing is really good because like the deeper growly voice is obviously what you want to do. But I mean he's a big guy. He's pretty Bowser look. He's got the figure of Bowser, and so it's a good casting. Um, and just like even if he does like the normal boy voice, it's not going to be much of an issue for me. Like everyone else could be bad in terms of voicing this movie, but Jack Black as Bowser will carry the entire movie for me. I am positive. Every I and hearing all the fun stuff about like how he's got like a musical side, maybe Jack Black is alluding to. We got like a Bowser musical number or something like that. Have a fun like campy villain song or something like that would be awesome. And just like, I've already won. This movie's already 10 out of 10, which is Jack Black as Bowser. You don't need anything else. And just like design wise, he looks great, and just like his whole entrance, we had Kamek. Kamek sounded great. The Koopas all looked great. They acted right and everything. The whole scene with the penguins or pingus, was just delightful. I love that. I love that introduction so much, and I could totally see that as just like the opening of the movie too. It just starts out with that whole inciting incident of just Bowser showing up over there, and so like I can definitely see that just being the cold open of the movie. Obviously, the scene's a little more strung out. I did watch a breakdown video or two with the trailer, and apparently, like they had captured the king after the destroying the cat, or before, right before Bowser destroyed the castle and everything. So there's a little more that happens in that scene than what we saw, obviously. And so there are little pieces here and there that we didn't see, but I can see the movie opening like that. The line he's like, now who's gonna stop me, seemed weird in terms of like writing. I would have, is like, he's like, I finally found it, now who's gonna stop me? But shouldn't it be just like, I finally found it, no one can stop me now, or something like that, instead of like, I don't know, it just seemed, it seemed just like a little bit wrong. But it not too big of a deal. I'm just like nitpicking because there's like really not there's really not too much to negatively critique in this trailer. But I do want to get, because we've talked about Chris, or Jack Black as Bowser. I do want to talk a bit about Chris Pratt as Mario, because that's the big thing that everyone's worried about. Honestly, I thought he sounded all right. It's a little hard to tell because it's maybe like 8, 9, 10 words that he said in the whole thing. The what is this place, where it's kind of low and curious, is like, he just kind of sounded like Chris Pratt. But then we get that other line. He's like, Mushroom Kingdom, here we come, and it sounds, that's where you get the little bit of accent or a little bit of spin that he's putting on it. And to me and a few other people that I've talked about this with, it sounds like he's going for that. I'm probably going to get the area wrong, but the New York, Brooklyn, Boston, whatever accent of that kind of like the Super Mario Brothers Super Show Mario had back in the 80s, back with that cartoon. And honestly, that's not a terrible angle. I'm obviously, a lot of people or anyone who watched that show back in the day would be fairly used to that voice and that tone. It's obviously not the Charles Martinet voice, but kind of it's weird to go in like expecting a voice like that, because that voice is better for like, it's better for like the little pieces of dialogue like here and there, but for like an actual fully voiced character, that would get old pretty quickly, I would think. So I think it's better to go with a voice that's a little more suited to that. Like the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, Mario obviously had a lot of dialogue in that show. So it would be something people are fairly used to, and I kind of see Chris Pratt going for that. It might not be the same level as might not be the same level of passion that like Jack Black is putting into the performance, but I think it'll work. I'm probably like the least upset by the constant casting of Chris Pratt, or like less than most people are. I'm generally okay with it. I mean, sure, they might be overusing him a little bit and stuff these days, but I'm not upset about it at all. And I heard that he was trying a little bit, and that's like all I really care about. It's like, okay, you put some effort in, cool. We also got a bit of Keegan-Michael Key as Toad, which also, like the same with Jack Black, someone that I really enjoy from Mad TV and Key and Peele days. And so that was a casting that just kind of made sense to me too. He does like high pitched, like really enthusiastic voices, so I could definitely see him being Toad or something like that. And they turned like it's high pitch. The pitch of his voice, they turned it like up to an 11. It's like really high pitched, but it's fun. I heard the little bit of Keegan Michael Key that was left in there, and so that was good. We got the tiniest bit of Luigi as well, Charlie Day, and just like little gasps here and there as he's running away from a bunch of dry bones. And I mean, I feel like that can work as well. We'll have to see how how he does on it. Um, I know him, like, I know he's been in a lot, but it's kind of a bunch of things that I've kind of ignored. I've watched a little bit of Always Sunny in places, and so I have a basic idea of what he sounds like. And so we'll see if he tries to put a spin on his voice like Chris Pratt is doing for Mario. But overall, I get a good sense of relief from this trailer. Like I don't know like just the fact that it was animated, I wasn't like too worried design wise about how things were gonna look. But just everything looks fantastic. The visual side is there. The humor that we saw worked really well. Um, I think overall it's in very good hands, and I'm just man, April cannot come soon enough. I'm just super excited for this now. I just need more Jack Black as Bowser in my life. I know we just got the teaser yet like yesterday, but I need the full trailer, then I need the whole movie, and then I need the sequel like immediately. It's going to be fantastic. I'm not too hard to please with a lot of things. I tend to like a lot of movies that many people don't like. But I mean I've already won. I got Jack Black as Bowser. That's literally going to carry the entire experience for me, and everything else is just going to be butter. Or like icing on the cake, all that. I'm very happy about it, and I'm very optimistic about this movie, and I'm very excited to see it. And I hope everyone is too. But since this is a conversation video, let's get some conversation going, huh? What did you guys think of the trailer? As you saw, if you paid attention to my comment sections, I don't get a huge amount of them. So if you post a comment, I will definitely look at it and respond to it. Let's talk about it. Did you like it? Did you hate it? I don't know how you could have hated it, but if you hated it somehow, let me know, and then maybe I can try to figure it out. But let's talk about it. I'd love to hear what you have to say. If you want me to do more videos like this, just news, talking, reactions, give me some topics to talk about. What else has you upset if not this? And we can maybe talk about that sometime. But for right now, I am Sajin, and I am waiting till April for when this movie comes out with bated breath. All right, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.